Our next hymn is Be Thou My Vision, which is one of the most popular hymns of all time, along with Amazing Grace. In fact, many request it for their funerals. Also, like many hymns, when you do research about them, you realize that the lyrics to the hymn and the melody to the hymn were developed entirely many times in different time frames, different composers, and sometimes it's amazing that they actually found their way together to create a hymn. And you'll find when I go through the story of Be Thou My Vision, that that is the case with this song. The lyrics are based off a story about St. Patrick. St. Patrick was a young man from England, and at the age of 16, he was kidnapped by pirates and sold into slavery in Ireland. During this time, he also became a Christian. In later years, he managed to escape and return to England. What's curious is that he escaped from Ireland, went back to England, and then he found himself going back to Ireland, and he became a missionary. On Easter in the year 433, we're talking way, way, way back, the Irish king issued an official order in observation of a pagan Druid festival that prohibited anyone from lighting a flame or candle. Patrick refused to honor anyone but Christ and stood against the king. One morning, Patrick risked his life by climbing up to the top of the tallest hill in the area, which was called Slane Hill, and lit a large bonfire. So when the community woke up that morning, they could see Patrick's defiance of the king with this big bonfire on top of the hill. Patrick wanted to show the world that God's light shines in the darkness and that only God deserves praise. Years later, an unknown composer wrote a melody in honor of Patrick's heroism, and it was called Slane, after the hill that Patrick lit his fire on. And so is the story that explains the melody to what later became Be Thou My Vision. That's just one part of it. For the lyrics, tradition tells us that an Irish poet from the 6th century named Saint Dallan Forgaill wrote a poem called Romp to Month Ball in honor of St. Patrick. The oldest existing copy of Forgaill's poem comes from the 14th century, which includes no indication of its author, making it impossible to verify the actual origin of the lyrics to what later became Be Thou My Vision, and the music and the lyrics faded into obscurity. However, and thankfully, in 1905, nearly 1,500 years later, Mary Byrne, a 25-year-old university student, discovered the 14th century copy of Romp to Month Ball and translated it into English. Then later, in 1912, another person named Eleanor Hull set the words to music. The melody she chose to use was Slane, the medieval tune written in honor of St. Patrick. And the hymn quickly became famous and appeared in the first hymnal in 1919. And so was the history of Be Thou My Vision.
presence, my light. Be thou my wisdom, O thou my true word. I ever with thee, and thou with me, Lord. Thou my Redeemer, my love hast won. Thou in me dwelling, and I with thee one. Riches I heed not, nor